The unicorn whispers from a forgotten world. Long before names were carved into maps, before kings ruled over lands and time had shape, there were whispers in the grass, whispers of a creature that walked like moonlight over still water, silent but undeniable. They called it the unicorn, not the rainbow-colored mascot of children's books, but something older, wiser, more dangerous, a creature of balance and judgment, of grace and warning. In Eastern legends, the unicorn is not hunted, it is awaited, a symbol that appears when the world is on the edge of great change. In Chinese mythology, it is called the qilin, a sacred beast ranked among the four holy creatures: dragon, phoenix, tortoise, and qilin. It walks without crushing a single blade of grass. It arrives when a just ruler is about to be born, or when a civilization teeters on collapse. In Japan, it's known as the kirin, a chimera of dragon, deer, ox, and fish. Its shape defies explanation. It exists between realms, stepping through veils we cannot see. The unicorn doesn't visit often, and when it does, the world is never the same. In the West, the unicorn became a creature of purity. The story goes that it only comes to rest its head in the lap of a virgin. But not all stories are innocent. In forgotten manuscripts and half-burned texts, the unicorn is a guardian of truth. Its horn exposes lies. Its presence unsettles the corrupt. Some say it appears not to bless but to judge, and those who saw it often returned different, or didn't return at all. In Old Norse myths, unicorn hunters would lose their way in forests that shifted like dreams. They would hear hoofbeats echo from nowhere. Time unraveled, and they became legends themselves, warnings to others. Its horn, long, spiraled, radiant, is more than ornament. It's a tool, a weapon, a mirror. In Middle Eastern tales, the unicorn's horn was hidden deep within sacred wells. It surfaced only when the world was in need of truth. In Tibetan mountains, monks sealed fragments of the horn inside glacial caves. Anyone who approached with deceit in their hearts was turned away, or worse. A curious legend from Wales says this: if someone lies while holding a unicorn's horn, they won't die. Instead, their lie stays with them, tattooed on their tongue, forever. As the age of iron and industry spread, something shifted. Unicorns, once drawn in peaceful scenes, began to change. In Renaissance art, some were painted chained, enraged, slamming their horns into stone walls. They were no longer symbols of gentleness, but of resistance. In the poetry of Northern Europe, unicorns became curses, not miracles. They were nature's rage, dressed in elegance, the final warning before silence. Even now, stories persist. In Romania, locals whisper of a mountain pass where a horned silhouette appears in stone when the sun sets just right. But only on the seventh visit, and only if the traveler walks with a clean heart. In the Altai forests, elders claim that if you stand in absolute silence, you might hear the breath of the unicorn in the rustling trees. In a remote village near Nepal, every blood moon, villagers carve a single-horned horse into cliffside rock. Not to worship it, but to warn others, never speak its name if you carry lies. For the unicorn no longer belongs to the innocent, it belongs to the honest. It doesn't show up to heal. Sometimes it shows up to watch. Some say the unicorn is a mirror. It reveals what we lack. For those seeking truth, it offers hope. For those hiding from themselves, it offers silence. And maybe, just maybe, it's not the unicorn that disappeared. Maybe it's us who can no longer see it. So ask yourself, have you ever felt something watching from the edge of the trees? A rhythm beneath the quiet? A presence that asks for nothing but attention? Maybe it wasn't imagination. Maybe it was waiting. Because some creatures don't need to be seen to be real. Some legends survive because they're still happening. And if one night, when the wind softens and the world feels almost still, you hear a hoof step that doesn't echo, don't be afraid. It might just be the unicorn. If you believe, leave a comment and tell us where in the world you're watching from. Subscribe to the Myth Archive and join us tomorrow for the next chapter in the world of ancient beasts and forgotten truths.